Hi, everybody. Scott Riley, the Market Update Desk, February 26th. We are entering the last week of February. Man, February just flew by for us here. We're getting ready for a very busy week with information. We'll kind of start out what's going on today. New home sales. Sales in new single family homes came in at 661,000 for the month. That's an increase of 1.5%. Now, this was lower than the Dow Jones estimate of 680,000 and an increase of 2.4%, respectively. The FTC and a group of attorney generals have sued to block the merger of Kroger and Albertson. In a news release, the federal agency said the deal would result in higher prices for grocery shoppers, lower wages for workers. So that's kind of interesting that that merger may not go through. Other information: Amazon has now joined the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, this looks to modernize the index within technology companies. Now, data so far, this is a very interesting thing. Data so far on tax filings show a decline, not an increase, but a decline in the average return received by filers of approximately 29%. It's definitely a shock to a lot of people that are doing their tax returns and we're expecting a healthier return. Now, that may trickle down into a lot of consumer spending and potentially home buyers. So that's something that we're following very, very closely. Also, Walmart put out a report today that shows the average transaction is down 0.3% year to date. That's asking us, is the economy really doing better? Some other stuff. In January, there were 25,000 WARN notices issued. The WARN notice is notice to employees that employers are planning on a reduction in workforce. That's 25,000. Now, this realistically is going to trickle down at some point into the unemployment numbers and employment growth numbers that we're going to see. And I think it's going to put a different spin on what has been shown recently. Coming out this week, we're getting ready for a very, very busy week. Tuesday, the Fed minutes from the January 31st meeting. Now, this is where they did a lot of pushback on the market that was expecting them to come out and talk about rate cuts. So that's coming out on Tuesday. So we do expect turbulence coming from that within the bond market. Also, we're going to see multiple home appreciation numbers come out, different indexes on Tuesday, FHFA, Case-Shiller, Black Knight. So there's a lot of data coming on Tuesday. Wednesday, mortgage applications and second look of Q4 GDP. I'm thinking we're going to see a revision downward on that. Thursday, this is the big one for the week, the line that's going to help us or bite us. So PCE, personal consumption expenditure, jobless claims, and pending home sales. Now, I've got some concern on the PCE number because the higher than expected inflation number within both consumer and wholesale numbers, some of that does trickle through down to the PCE report, and that is the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. Not only the year over year PCE, but the 3-month and 6-month run rate also. So we're prepping ourselves for some volatility this week. We talked about it last week that we may get a little bit worse before we get better. Give us a call. We can help you out, get pre-approved, advise you on what's going on in the market. The Market Update Desk is the original singular information source in West Michigan for market moving news. Give us a call, leverage our knowledge to help you. Give us a call, 616-293-2189. We hope you have a great Monday.